Oh, yeah. 2 in 2 days. And that beat is fucking badass, though, I gotta admit. To all you members of the Battlegrounds, follow me on this journey as I talk to all of you about Flametown's future, Flametown's past, Flametown's now. With the Martini in the Morning podcast. Well, it's not necessarily morning right now. It's like afternoon, but was playing Fortnite last night again, so like, yeah, this is my morning. I want to welcome you guys. I want to thank you guys for following the podcast and appreciating the podcast. But there's a whole bunch of stuff that we can talk about, but I kind of want to make this like an off podcast instead of talking about the current news. I wanted to talk about, well, it's kind of current news. This morning, I'm probably going to do a podcast tonight because there's a bunch of stuff that I would like to talk about. But, the one thing that I wanted to talk about today was Turd fail's impact and where its impact is on the Flametown community. Now, there were a few iconic flaming message boards. Brawlhall comes to mind. And Flame for Cash. Flame for Cash for the wrong reasons, because the more that you get, the more that you think about it, the more that you hear about it, the more that you think about the people that were like behind the scenes. It was like the fag-laming capital of the internet, but the one thing that it was known for was its cash competitions, and the more you hear about it, that the stuff was rigged, and I know a lot of people complain about Toe Factor towards his end, his run on these boards, because he seemed to be obsessed with the fact that it was rigged and no one believed that it was rigged. He's kind of true. Fraud touched on some stuff that like made my eyes open, that like this stuff was like already pre-planned and stuff, like pro wrestling, and that's fine. But the thing is like pro wrestling, as of like, you know, the late 90s, they weren't trying to fool people. They were telling you it was scripted and stuff. And you know, if Flame for Cats was scripted, it's kind of like an impact, but for the wrong reason. Oh God! Don't mind me, man. It's fucking cold. And there's really nothing that you can't say about Brawlhall. It was the biggest site. It had the biggest stars. It was the place that pretty much Evil Blood and Doomsday built on their backs. I don't really give too many others credit for Brawlhall's success other than Some Cunt, Doomsday, and Evil Blood. Not in that order, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So where does Turd fail fit in all this? Well, for starters, let's talk about like the things that like were the moments for Turd fail. And the moments for Turd fail, I can honestly only think of two. I don't think of like anything else that like even substantiates something of like cultural impact when it comes to this community that we all fuck around and call Flametown. The biggest thing was the outing of the pictures of myself and Mr. Pickles. And out of everything that was ever done at that forum, that was like the biggest thing. And you can say like with like Brawlhalla, like the biggest thing was the flaming. When I think of Brawlhalla, I think of Evil Blood in its prime. I think of some cunt in its prime. I think of the things that they did to set that place apart, which was flaming in a flaming community. And yes, of course, they used, tactics that weren't, the best, but their impact with words and with the creative insult was like on another level, and that's the thing that like I really can't fucking take away from them. Another thing would be more like the trolling that Brawlhalla did to establish itself as the biggest site out there. And couple that with the biggest thing that Turd Fail is known for, outing Facebook pictures, which, and this is the thing, I'm like friends with people on I was like friends, I am a couple, but on my Facebook at the time, I was like friends with like a bunch of people from Flametown. So it was like my pictures were out there. It's just like nobody like never fucking released it. It wasn't that big of a deal. And you can kind of say that like the most important thing that ever happened at Turd Fail was my picture being outed. And the other one was when yours truly beat their little posse of regs in a flame match. And when your two most important things at your forum revolve around the allowance of personal information to be outed, and even though it was me and stuff, it was kind of weak in the regard that this is like the most important thing that your site has ever done. And then watching those same people run around like idiots when that person actually did respond. Now see, the great thing was like, even when our personal information was outed in the tag match, Pickles still won. Pickles did it by himself. I was like extremely fucking busy at the time, and there was like no way that like I could like fucking like post and stuff. And Pickles like fucking beat them two fucking by themselves, which was like fucking great. It was like Pickles' like crowning moment in a flame match. You couldn't fucking deny him. I mean, and true story, Pickles did the fucking 2-on-1, and it was like I had to like up Pickles, and I beat 3-on-1. And you can kind of say to a certain extent, the most important things that ever happened at Third Rail were Pickles and I like one-upping each other in flame matches. And to an even greater extent, you can say that Pickles and I had more impact over anything else that happened at Turd Fail. Which means if you take 1 + 1 and it equals 2, the only people that really had any type of impact at Turd Fail were me and Pickles. So basically the reason why Turd Fail died was because Pickles and I stopped posting there. Now you can say that this is me like with a big head, and I'm like saying like all this stuff that like, you know, like how And if you take it at that perspective, I mean, it's a fucking... It's kind of embarrassing that here you have a guy that paid, 10 years for a website. And the only thing of importance were 2 guys who played it as a game. Now, I can't think of anything else at that site that was, important, that was iconic into Flametown. So, if you want to rank, these Flame sites, I kind of think that Stomping Grounds is a little bit higher already. And this place has only been up for, maybe 2 months or something? 3 months? 4 months? On the food chain on cultural impact, because of the stuff that we've already done. The podcast, we opened up flaming with a new alternative to Flame. And now that I'm back, we're going to get more to the entertainment aspects of flaming, which had this place popping, and away from all the incessant crying that's been going on in other forums, and that's why every forum fucking died. And to a certain extent, back to where Turd Fail fucking ranks. I mean, I think Cosmic Outpost had better content. It's you gotta go Brawl Hall with the first, Brawl Hall's number 1. I mean, nothing's gonna beat that. But then you probably have to say maybe Flame for Cash, possibly Flame Champs third. And it's honestly, I think you could put Cosmic Outpost ahead of Flame Champs. So you'd go Cosmic Outpost, then Flame Champs, and then Turd Fail. And honestly, if I were to actually look and go to the Wayback Machine and find other Flame forums, it's I don't necessarily think Turd Fail even registers. I think it's even lower than all of them. Now, the big question is Turd Fail the worst Flame forum that ever was created? Now, if I was the owner of the site, and I'm not, because I wouldn't put my fucking name behind a bunch of all the scumbag tricks that guy fucking pulled, I wouldn't want to be the guy that spent money on 10 years for the existence of a message board and be known as the worst message board in the topic that it covered. And that's fucking embarrassing. That's kind of humiliating. That's why would you even do it for 10 fucking years? There's nothing of substance for Third Rail other than the 2 impact moments that Pickles and I had on that forum. I can't really recall any match being great unless either Pickles or I was in it. And I can't recall any thread being that good over there. I know Flea's got a few huge threads over there and stuff, and good for her. But I mean, if you look at just complete impact, I don't think anyone impact that forum more than Pickles. If you take Pickles' view counts, reply counts, and stuff, and put him against anybody, I think he averaged better than one great thread by Flea or something. I think every Pickles thread was a winner, and as you're seeing still to this day with morons like Benzo, the stuff that Pickles was saying is still being used as material today, to this day, which is it's a sad thing to say for like the people that are still using it, like the cum garglers. They were pretty much built on Pickles' material, and maybe it's like one of the easiest things why I beat those guys so easily, so effortlessly, 3 of them against 1, is because I've beaten Pickles many times in fucking flame matches. Honestly, I don't really think he ever beat me in a flame match, but I mean, I know how to fucking counter like Pickles' material. And it's a sad day when grown ass adults have such a limited attention and limited intelligence that they have to keep resorting to using the material of one other person. And people can try to defend it and try to deny it, but we all know it's true. So, like, long story short, I don't necessarily think that, like, for a 10-year forum, that outside of 2 of its members who provided the only content worth seeing, that was like a dead forum. There was like nothing fucking going on. And that's humiliating. Now, if you think about it, there has to be the most humiliating thing that a grown-ass man would pay for a forum that was dictated by 2 of his members, and even as the forum owner, they couldn't interject anything to make the forum better. Now, I'm not just trying to be all negative and stuff. The one thing about like Turd was like they were trying to go into a different direction when they first opened and all that stuff, and it didn't work out because nobody really cared about the direction that they were going. They wanted to be more political and stuff, and for like political stuff, I mean, there's so much stuff on Reddit where that you could fucking like go and lose yourself just in all the forums that are political, and the thing with Flametown is there's nobody interesting enough outside of Lokmar to talk politics. Anybody who thinks that Drain is someone who can talk politics with, I mean, look at his fucking shit. If he was, he wouldn't be fucking. If Drain's opinion was so good, he wouldn't be giving up on his fucking forum. He wouldn't be taking his ball and going home. And he wouldn't have been dependent upon 2 of his members to provide quality content. And that's a dying shame, because here you have Drain saying that he's like a fucking lawyer, which he's not, but I mean, he plays one on the internet, and if you are a lawyer, you can't think of quality material for your own forum that you're paying for out of your own pocket. I mean, I find it puzzling. I find it odd. I would like to say that Turd Fail would be better remembered as the forum that Pickles and Poofer built, and the forum that Pickles and Poofer decided they didn't want on the internet anymore. And I would say that that's probably like a better definition of what that forum actually Speaking of pickles, Bozo, the resident poser at the battlegrounds, he says something about how I'm how where's Pickles and Pickles isn't here. How do you know Pickles isn't here? Now think about this. How do you know? There's how many different fucking alts and shit that are like floating around right now. How do you know Pickles isn't here already? Makes you think, huh? I saw him have like a spastic bitter fucking meltdown on the forums, and the thing that he doesn't seem to understand is that for all the regurgitating and for all of the need and desperation of clinging to Pickles' material, he still hasn't gotten any better. Now he wrote a reply, I guess, on one of the threads and stuff, saying this, and this, and it's like I just skimmed through fucking Benzo posts because he's not that effective as a flamer. And the thing, I'm gonna bet you money that like it's all like Pickles shit. It's all shit that Pickles wrote before. I saw something where he said something like I consider, or me and Pickles consider, $25 is like 25 large. Pickles did that shit already. Pickles was fucking saying that shit about fucking some cunt and fucking fraud. And the exception with some cunt or with the fraud is the fact that if you reply to them, and okay, and here, I'm going to teach you guys how to fucking flame fucking fraud, okay? Fraud's fucking going to go, he's going to give you bit and bit and bit and bit and bit. And he's going to use your own words against you. And then at the end, he'll fucking nuke the fucking shit out of you. And that's the thing that you have to worry about with fucking fraud if you're going to actually go against him. Whereas some Nimrod like fucking Benzo, it's like, he's going to write stupid shit. And the best way to fucking like come at Benzo is to just fucking destroy him. And the humor in Benzo is watching him fucking respond to the fact that he got destroyed. True story. Now, moving forward, and we're gonna go back to fucking Turd fail. Now, watching another fucking forum fucking die it's not a victory. I don't care what anyone fucking says. It's more of a, well, your forum turned to fucking shit, so the best thing for you is to pull the fucking plug on it. And honestly, there's like a bunch of fucking laws coming into place in January, and I think that has more to do with fucking Drain fucking pulling the plug on his forum more than anything fucking else, because a lot of the stuff that's on there is, well, the main reason why, the main thing that they're known for is like outing the PI of fucking Pickles and I, and a lot of that shit, even with all the little fucking warnings and stuff, a lot of that shit in what, a month and a half or so, it's going to be fucking illegal. And I think it's more Drain is fucking scared of like legal ramifications, and that's why he was doing this, saying all this shit about like fake fucking companies in third world countries and all this shit. And the thing is like the goal would have been more focusing on entertainment and less on personal information. And that forum would probably still be fucking popping. I see he like fucking cries about Judog or something, and the thing is like Judog kept going like pity posts, and it's like he said something about how that was like fucking, you know, uncalled for. Well, the thing is like, I mean, he nurtured a core group of Nimrods who did the exact same thing, and it's funny how there's like this like what's the word? Double standard that Jiggy who writes some of the fucking lamest fucking shit out there is protected. And then when some cunt did it, he got banned. When Judog does it, he talks about how, like, Drain talks about, like, how, these are exact posts I would fucking, dumpster and stuff. Well, then you need to, like, fucking go back into your fucking archives and start dumping all the fucking shit that, like, 80% of what the people posted there posted. Because outside of the impact that Pickles and I had that forum, I mean, it's going to be best known as a place where shit posts were not only appreciated, but they were encouraged. And who wants to read that? How many fucking threads at Turd fail when it goes to the Wayback Machine? How many are going to be like, oh, I got to read that. That's an impactful fucking thread. Flea's got like a couple threads that are like, you know, like they have like 30,000 views, but it's like, do you really want to sit back and read that thread? Because it's like most of the fucking responses are shit posts. I mean, you can't say that about Brawlhalla. You can't say that about like when Evil Blood was in his prime. And he would start a thread, and this thread would be fucking murder. The thread starter would be murder. It'd be fucking good. And then you would get the fucking shit posts, and then you would get more great content from an Evil Blood, from some cunt, from a poofer, and from a bonesaw, from a fraud. And the good far outweighed the bad. And the one thing that I would like to say that there's a similarity between Brawlhalla and Stomping Grounds is the shitposts, and we're going to work on this a little bit now that I'm back. The shitposts are getting few and far between because the quality content is going to be like the main thing in every thread. That's what I'm striving for, and we had that in the beginning, and maybe that's why we had like, you know, like 80, we were averaging like 80 visitors a day. And then I disappear and the shit posts fucking take over, and then this place fucking drops off. Well, we're going to try to focus on quality content. And I want the content here to be a step higher than the fucking average fucking shit that's going on. Now, if you go to Bastard Factory is unfucking readable because it's all shit posts. People could say what they want about Flame Truth, flametruth.com. But most of the posts there are quality. And that's what me as a moderator is striving for. I want quality. It's like, I don't want this shit where you gotta fucking scroll through a bunch of fucking shit, like a Benzo post, like a Frederica post, like a Peaches post, this garbage, to get to like the good parts of the post. I would rather have every post made in every thread to be a quality post. So the onus is on the member to up their fucking game and bring some good fucking content. Because nobody wants to fucking read a bunch of fucking garbage. Nobody wants to read a bunch of useless fucking drivel. So, nobody wants to be another turd fail, basically. And it's a work in progress, okay? Maybe this forum hit a fucking little bit of a lull. I mean, we were fucking averaging some good fucking numbers there. And we're going to try to fucking bring them back. I've always said that, like, my goal is, like, to have, like, 50 fucking people on this forum at all time. And right now we're averaging around 30. We were averaging around 50 there for a while, but now we're averaging around 30. And it'll come back. I'm not too worried about it. Friday is a big moment for the Stomping Grounds, for the Battlegrounds in particular. It will be the start of the Logan Paul Photoshop contest. Now, I've promoted this idea on many platforms, and we're going to see on Friday just how talented many people are here at the photoshopping, and I think it's going to be fun. I would love it if like fucking Jew fucking Photoshop. I would love it if you guys, if Flea, idiot that she is, could break out of fucking Photoshop and fucking chop a fucking photo. And we're gonna simulcast this on Flame Truth. I'm not just gonna let this like leave it to this. It's not gonna be exclusive. I want everyone in fucking Flametown to fucking give their hand at it, man. Good, bad, it doesn't fucking matter. If you can make something funny, yeah. If you can make something funny, then your skills aren't gonna be fucking judged as much as your content will be judged. If you could, if you can make a good, funny content, I think this is gonna be a fucking hit, and I'm gonna make a YouTube video to announce the winners. And like I said, it's $200 cash prize. Don't think that like people from Twitter and people from Reddit aren't chomping at the bit to do this, because they are. And the reason why I've been waiting to open it up, and it's gonna run maybe 3. I'm thinking it's gonna run like 3 weeks, man. I want to see like at least 100 fucking photoshops in there. But I want to give everybody the fucking time, and I want everyone to fucking know. And maybe you can fucking make a fucking Photoshop on a Friday or a Saturday or something. Maybe you need a couple fucking days because real life is busy. It's like I'm gonna give people the time to do it, and then like maybe announce the winner maybe a couple days before Christmas. So $200 goes a long fucking way. A couple extra things you can get on your Christmas list. Especially if you're getting like fucking games and stuff. $200, man. That's a lot of fucking Vcash on fucking Fortnite. Now think of it that way. I did get my hands on the PlayStation Mini, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I'm really not impressed by it. The main thing is the fucking controllers. I mean, they don't even have the fucking DualShocks, and I mean, the game fucking the game list is fucking bad. I mean, the key games, the Resident Evil, the Final Fantasy VII's, the Metal Gears. I mean, I played those back in the day. It's like I don't really want to play them again, especially fucking Resident Evil, man, dude. That was like my favorite. That is one of my favorite fucking series. Back then, in like the fucking late 90s, early 2000s, I mean, that was like my favorite fucking series. And it's like, I mean, dude, I don't even want to fucking go through that damn shit again. So I kind of want to say, like, how Nintendo with their mini retro systems, they hit a home run every single time. You have PlayStation, Sony's a humongous company, and I mean, their decision to release these fucking games, I mean, who plays Mr. fucking Driller? Who plays fucking Intelligent Cube? Nobody plays that shit. And I mean, those games weren't fun back then. It's like, and they're not fun now. The only game that I'm looking forward to is Wild Arms 3, and that's because I don't even think I fucking played it. And I'm not into the whole fucking emulation shit. I'm not into the whole, stealing fucking content and ROMs and fucking off of the internet and to play fucking games. I think that's like fucking like low. I'll fucking pay like the money for like the original fucking, because I have like every system. It's like I'll pay for like if I want to play Final Fantasy, man, I will fucking go and fucking pay the $25-$30 for it to play it. I mean, I've already played it. I'm not gonna do it, but I'm just saying. The thing that I find scary for Sony is, there's people chomping at the bit to fucking mod this thing and mod it and put every single PlayStation game ever made on it and selling it on like fucking Fleabay and stuff like that. I mean, and it's there. The option is there, and someone's gonna fucking mod it. So I'm not necessarily thinking that this is like a great idea for Sony, because the one thing about like a compact disc like fucking system, like the Sega Dreamcast, like the PlayStation, is that those games are hard to emulate because of the memory that those games have. And I give it a couple fucking months before fucking people fucking break that damn fucking thing and fucking mod it, and you're gonna see every fucking game, and you'll see fucking things, so you can use the DualShock controllers and the controllers with the fucking joy. You'll see it. You'll see it real fucking quick. So I'm not too fucking high on this this endeavor that Sony decided to go with. And maybe that's one of the reasons why they put like all these shit games on there, because they know themselves that the fucking thing's gonna get hacked. Well, this was a pretty long fucking podcast, and hopefully you guys had fucking fun. Now, I'm probably gonna do a podcast tonight, and we'll take it from there. Martini at Midnight coming tonight. We'll talk about some of the news that's going on Flametown. And you guys have a fantastic day. Enjoy yourselves. If you got hit by the fucking storm, be safe out there. You guys are awesome. And we'll see you tonight with a Martini at Midnight podcast. And until then, do you. Yeah.